to Lielette Calleja from All That Counts. It's lovely to sit down with you this morning and find out a little bit more about your business.
Thanks, Nicole. It's nice to be here.
So let's start at the beginning. When did your business begin and what caused you to set it up in the first place?
Almost 12 years ago, I began the business, and it was purely as a result of wanting to give small business the experience that I learnt in the corporate world. So my background is being a corporate accountant, and when I helped set up a family business, I decided then I had a passion for small business and I wanted to transfer all those corporate skills that I learnt in the corporate world and bring that to small business, the ones that couldn't afford to, or didn't really require a full-time accountant. And I wanted to close the gap between what a standard bookkeeper does and what a management accountant does. So that's really what All That Counts was built on.
So you mentioned corporate. You've come out of a corporate background. Tell me a little bit about that. What did you do and what's your education?
I managed a lot of people. So when you're in the corporate world, you do a lot of management and mentoring staff as well. So I did that. I did a lot of business analyst, all the monthly management accounts, working with auditors. So when you're at that level, you work a lot, you do a lot of work with auditors, and it's all about strict accounting guidelines as well. So I was fortunate. I had some great trainers, some great mentors when I started. And I think and that's when I hire staff, I try and provide that same mentorship and leadership that was afforded to me when I was in business.
That's wonderful. Well, that's certainly a skill set that's in much demand in small businesses.
Absolutely, yeah. It's those soft skills that you don't get taught at university or at TAFE. And that's what I try and transfer to my team as well. It's the soft skills, not so much the technical. We can all learn the technical stuff. Our industry is changing, and it's all about our soft skills that we bring to small business.
Right, fantastic. So tell me a little bit about, how do you fit your business in with your family? I know you're a mum. You've got a young boy, Connor, who's 8.
Yes.
A lovely husband who also owns a small business.
Yes, that's right.
How does business fit into the rest of your life?
It's our life. Everyone's life is different, and I couldn't imagine not doing what I do. And I couldn't imagine not having him either.
Yeah.
I guess the reason why I did set out to start my own business was because I thought I could work the hours or work less hours and still have the lifestyle I was used to as I had in the corporate world. But whoever tells you that you work less when it's your own business, it's a load of crap. You work more hours than ever.
Well, you're a very hard-working woman, and you've been acknowledged for that in the last few months. You've won some awards. Tell me about that.
Yes. Well, recently I was
announced
as the recipient of the 2016 Most Outstanding Business Person of the Year for the Sydney Hills
Isn't that
area.
wonderful?
It is
How
wonderful.
did that feel, winning that?
Oh, well, I guess when they announced it, I think I sat in my chair for about 30 seconds trying to think, no, that's not right.
Was that my name they just
and
called out?
I kept looking up on the stage and I could see my picture, but it still hadn't resonated with me that it was me. And then it was, and I think my husband had to lift me off my chair.
It's a great accolade.
Yeah,
wonderful.
It was great. And, it's one of those things where like you said, I have worked very hard. My family have suffered. They've gone without seeing me. So this was a prize for all of us.
Tell me, also you've done a little bit of work with doing road shows and talking gigs and things now. I know you're in hot demand by some of the big software platforms.
Yes,
Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, I'm very lucky that I've come across Intuit, which is a software accounting product that we use. We use everything. We are agnostic. We always put our clients' needs first. But we all have a personal choice of product that we stand by. And one of those in particular is Intuit, QuickBooks Online. I stand by it because it helps me serve my clients so much better as a management accounting tool. And they've afforded us, lots of great opportunities as well to do some speaking as well. But in my own right as well, I'm getting out there and doing a bit more. I've been around the industry a long time. So it's now my turn to share my knowledge and help the newcomers. And that's where I see myself as well, is hopefully, mentoring some of the new people in the industry so they're not making the mistakes that I made, and they also have a very good understanding of what the new landscape is about. Wonderful. In our industry.
So mentoring sounds like a very important part of what you do and how you operate. Tell me about your team.
My team, well, without them, All That Counts doesn't exist.
How big's the team?
We are a team of 7 and we're still growing. So we're possibly recruiting another person who is doing their traineeship. So it's all about getting the right mix. You can't have everyone at that level and you can't have everyone down there. You've got to have the right mix of people. And so we're all about bringing new people in and moulding them and training them. It's new technology, so really you can get anyone in who has the right skills and the right attitude. It's about teaching them. Technology is changing every day. I mean, I'm learning stuff. I was just doing a training course before here and just learning a new product. Someone asked me when I was speaking the other week, they said, "What's your hobby? What do you do?" I said, "My hobby is to test new product."
Test new bookkeeping
test
products.
New product.
You're an interesting woman.
Yeah, new add-ons. That's my hobby. You'll find me downloading an app and in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, which client can this help?
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so it's always about how can it help our clients? So that's why I test product.
Terrific. Yeah. So where does your business operate? What regions, what locations do you like to work in?
We're not because of the cloud, we're not limited to where we can work, but we do believe in having touch points with our clients and seeing our clients. So I'm all for the cloud and I'm all for having clients overseas and interstate, and we have a mix of those. But where most of our clients get the maximum benefit is when we actually do see them. And that could be just a meeting, a coffee. So we service everyone, but predominantly we do like to stick to New South Wales, Sydney.
Okay, great. And so what kind of problems do you think you solve? So when you're working with your clients, what are they saying that you're helping them with? What are the things that they're struggling with that you come in and sort out for them?
Well, most of the time they'll go out there, they'll set up their own accounting system because it's DIY, it's so easy. But they're not set up properly. Right. They're not getting the information they need. They're lodging incorrect BASs, they're invoicing incorrectly. So it's just also having the numbers speak to them. So they've got these systems, but the numbers aren't telling them anything. It's just a little gadget, because they've decided they want to get cool and get on the cloud as well. Because if you're not on the cloud, you're not cool, let's face it. So they do that, but great. But you know what? Pay for some expert advice, get it set up properly, and then we can hold your hand from a distance, or we can do it for you. But most of the time, business owners are becoming a lot more savvier. You don't really need to understand a lot about bookkeeping. You just need to know how the systems work.
Right.
So we see a lot of businesses who struggle with that. So we see, we want to educate and train people on how to use the systems properly, so they can continue growing and do what they do best. And like I said, have the numbers speak to them and make business decisions in real time.
So what type of clients do you love working with? If you had to go out and find an ideal client, what would they look like?
Someone who trusts us. Yeah, trusts us enough that they know that we are going to do as much as we can to keep them in control, so they have the power to grow their business and do what they do best. Know that we're not going to overservice them and we're not going to underservice them. So that to us is the most ideal client. They can be a single operator, an entrepreneur, or they can have 20 staff working for them. You know, we do lots. We provide lots of services. You know, payroll services, debtors as well. So it doesn't just have to be in the space of bookkeeping.
Okay, and what sets all that counts aside or apart from all the other bookkeepers out there in the market?
Probably two things. I've been around the game a long time, and my background, plus also the team that I have working with us. It's very important. And we had a particular new client who actually signed up with us just for this very reason. She said, "You're the only one that said you'd find me a bookkeeper that fitted in with my culture of the business."
Nice.
And I said, "That's what we do." I said, I said, "There's lots of bookkeepers out there that have all the skill set, but not all of them will work with you and get the best out of you." And that's how I hire as well. So that's the difference we have is, you know, whenever I hire people, I think about what type of client can I place them at.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks very much for being with us here today. It's been lovely hearing about your business.
Thanks, Nicole.
I wish you continued success.
Thank you so much.